Love is patient, pasensyosa. Alam mo, ang taas ng emosyon ko kaya nasabi ko yun, ang taas ng emosyon ko kaya nagawa ko yun, or blaming mentality na ikaw kasi, kaya ako nasabi to, ikaw kasi, wala na dapat kayong ganun. We can come up with a lot of excuses. What God did to us, He loved us unconditionally. Pagod na ako pero lulutuan ko pa din siya. You cannot give what you do not receive. That's why you don't feel love enough. You won't give love enough. That's why it comes from God. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube podcast channel, Gem with Gem. Number 3, guys, is respect. Because I've learned this course in the marriage, and not just in the marriage, in everything. The moment parang nagkamali ka, you give respect to everyone, and how much more to your husband or to your wife, right? So let's be honest. There are times that it's not easy to be kind and show respect when you're in the middle of an argument, but keeping your cool and staying in the lane of that respect is a big thing for the both of you. Right, so let me read to you Ephesians, not Ephesians, the First Corinthians that we all know about. First Corinthians 13. Ayan, First Corinthians 13. Verse 4 to 7. Love is patient, pasensyosa. Charot. Tama talaga. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. So, it does not rejoice in the wrongdoing. Whatever your partner does wrong, you don't rejoice. Either of you, because that's like the commandment. And there might be issue arising that sometimes mapapa-question ka, does he or she deserve still your respect or no? Diba? We have this tendency that, alam mo, ang taas ng emosyon ko kaya nasabi ko yun, ang taas ng emosyon ko kaya nagawa ko yun, or we can come up with a lot of excuses or so, and that's why we really want to show respect to our husband or to our wife, even though things are not okay at the moment. Let's say you two guys are facing problem inside your marriage, because it's easy to show respect when everything's okay, when everything's cool, right? And that's also one thing that I've learned, that emotions, feelings come and go. It the marriage is not full about date nights or bed of roses, rainbows. You need to respect when your husband or wife is having big emotions as well, like your kid, if may anak kayo, having a meltdown. Give them that space, give them that respect to cry, give them that respect to mourn for a bit. And when we tend to choose respecting also their opinions, what they say when we're talking, when we're having a conversation, communication is that's the number one. When we're respecting that, instead of winning the argument, that shows that we respect them, and to our partners, we respect them with the same level we respect ourselves, right? And hindi ito yung parang blaming mentality na ikaw kasi, kaya ako nasabi to, ikaw kasi, wala na dapat kayong ganun. Kasi at the end of the day, you need to protect each other even though you guys are in pain. Because it only gonna tear you two down at the end of the day. And I'm gonna go to the last one, which is the number 4, which is the unconditional love. It's similar to all of these things that I've discussed about. It's really easy to communicate, right? When there's no problem at all, it's easy to have partnership, to deal with your husband and wife. When you're in the partnership, when everything's smooth, it's very easy to give respect when you're not facing any problem or emotion, you're not in the emotional situation. Giving unconditional love. Unconditional love is the 4th one that I've learned inside this marriage, because at the end of the day, they will see you personally, you will see the vulnerability of your husband or your wife. You will see their weakest point. You will see not just their pretty, handsome, brainy, witty side, but you will see na nagbe-breakdown sila pag ganito, malungkot siya sobra pag ganito yung nangyayari. And you seeing that person, loving still the person in the weakest point, in the ugliest point, may it be their physical, right, or their emotions getting ugly already, their mental state getting ugly already, right? Not just the physical appearance. That's what I've learned inside a marriage. What God did to us, He loved us unconditionally, that He gave Jesus. He gave His one and only Son for every one of us, right? And that's the same principle, the First Corinthians 13, but I'm also going to read to you First Corinthians, not just 13, but 16, verse 14. Let all that you do be done in love. It doesn't say let all that you do be done in good motives, in kind-hearted, in respect, and whatever it is. It says there in love, diba? Be done in love. So it applies to everything actually, not just in the marriage. Let everything that you do, let all that you do be done in love. You do things for your parents, you do things for your brothers, sisters, other people because you love them. That's out of love. Not because na-force ka. Kasi trabaho ko lang to eh. Nagtatrabaho ko sa charity, kaya ko to ginagawa. Namimigay ako ng pera. Ganun, di ba? So, how do we share love or unconditional love even though we have like, scenarios, breakdowns, moments, arguments in the marriage? For me is that even though sometimes may argument, makikita mo na, may bibigyan ko pa din siya ng pagkain kahit magkaaway kami. Titiklopin ko pa rin yung damit niya kahit magkaaway kami. I-check ko pa rin yung temperature niya. Bibigyan ko pa rin siya ng tubig kasi masakit na yung ulo niya. Or bibilhan ko pa din siya ng gamot kahit na magkaaway kami right now. Pagod ako pero lulutuan ko pa din siya. Ganyan, diba? So, do you only reality check for everyone? Do you only show up when it's easy, or do you love God consistently? Because in the marriage, our love should be like that, unconditional. We serve even though we don't feel like it. Kahit, sometimes may tampuhan, we still try to check our partner. And I just want to remind everyone, especially we're in the era of social media, that let not the social media be the SOP that we know lang. It should be the basis. The Bible is our basis. Not it should the foundation of our marriage should be built here, not because of some influential people, influential, popular celebrity on TikTok, popular Hollywood stars told us so, but because the Bible tells us so, right? So you cannot give what you do not receive. That's why if you don't feel love enough, you won't give love enough. That's why it comes from God. God already showed us how to love, and that love should overflow to our houses, to our home. So a strong marriage, I just want to remind everyone that a strong marriage is not built again on finding it in this world, because you cannot really find it. You can find it when you read the word of God. When you know your core is God, your core is the word of God. So choosing your spouse every day, your wife, it's not an easy decision. It's like eating protein every single day. And sometimes eating protein is nakakaumay or wala namang iba, ganyan. Pero at the end of the day, yan, they're the only tag team that you should have, your husband and your wife. There should be your best friend, no other than. Okay? So, thank you for watching, and I hope you learn, and share in the comment how many years have you been married and what are the things that for you is also like deal breaker or parang natutunan mo inside that marriage. And you have a great and meaningful day, wonderful, productive day, everyone.